He was walking out of the lobby of the Manhattanville houses. Two men approached him. Shots were fired. He was hit in the foot. NYPD Chief of Housing Jeffrey Madry.
This is our 7th police officer shot this year. And we're thankful up here. All of us are thankful up here. I could believe a whole city is probably thankful right now that this incident wasn't much worse.
Well, the officer didn't fire his weapon. Those suspects ran away on foot. They remain on the loose. The police investigation there continues. Daily new COVID infections fell nearly 60% across the country. The number of patients hospitalized with COVID down 40%. In New York, the single-day positivity rate has dropped below 4% for the first time since November 26th. With the federal government providing tests now, the CDC doing some new monitoring to track future outbreaks.
As free rapid home tests become more available, the CDC is now focusing on wastewater to help track and get ahead of the next outbreak. More than 400 sites are currently collecting waste samples in the U.S., with 200 more coming online in the next few weeks. Boston, one of many cities using this type of surveillance to fight COVID.
Correspondent Phil Lipoff there. The leaders of the LIRR's four biggest unions accusing the MTA of taking too long to pick up employee COVID tests. They tell Newsday the up to 10-day delay in results is putting everybody at risk, workers and riders alike. LIRR officials say they're already making changes to the program. With News Time 8:45, and now here's Seth Cantor with sports.
Brian, the Knicks, who are just 24 and 29, have lost back-to-back games in 8 of 10, starting their 5-game Western trip with a 122-115 overtime loss to the Lakers, blowing a 21-point second-quarter lead. LA's LeBron James, back from a knee injury, had a triple-double with 29 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. The Knickerbockers' R.J. Barrett led all scorers with 36. Coach Tom Thibodeau praising Barrett despite the loss.
The last 5 or 6 weeks is really, playing well, and I think there's still a lot of room for growth for him. But it's, when he's attacking and he's getting downhill and he's shooting the ball, and he had a tough assignment defensively, and so he's taking on the challenge.
The Nets took a much-needed break on Saturday. Brooklyn, who's 29 and 23 and 6th in the East, aiming to end an NBA worst 7-game skid, visiting 28 and 24 Denver at 3:30. College round ball, number 17 UConn loses to number 12 Villanova 85-74. St. John's tops Butler 75-72. Rutgers blasting number 13 Michigan State 84-63. Olympics, the United States won its first medal. Snowboarder Julia Marino earned the silver in women's slopestyle, and Team USA's women's hockey going for a 3-0 start, off to a great start in this one, leading Switzerland 4-0 late first. The NHL All-Star Tournament in Vegas, the Metropolitan Division won the championship, topping the Central 5-3. Seth Cantor, 1010 Win Sports.
Thank you, Seth. Wins News Time 8:47. Opponents of outdoor dining sheds took to the streets of Greenwich Village yesterday. Nearly 100 protesters came out demanding the city remove the sheds that were put up to keep restaurants running during the pandemic. They want them gone. The Coalition United for Equitable Urban Policy, which organized the rally, says the city is turning public streets and sidewalks over to private industry. More than 12,000 restaurants have outdoor dining via the sheds. The city council taking up legislation that would create a permanent program. Public hearing set for that on Tuesday. The parents of a baby left alone in a car on Long Island are under arrest. Suffolk County Police say the young child was spotted in the parking lot of the Target in Bayshore, 4:20 yesterday afternoon. Somebody called 911. Officers arrived. They said the baby did not appear to be in distress. 34-year-old Paul Albingorda and 22-year-old Natalia Pasquale were arrested when they came back to their car a few minutes later. They're being arraigned today on charge of endangering the welfare of a child. The baby is okay, checked out at an area hospital, and released to a family member. Joe Rogan saying sorry for his multiple and public racial slurs after artist India Ari posted a compilation of the podcaster's use of the N-word. He said it is correct to apologize, but he refuses to be racist because I'm not racist. So whenever you're in a situation where you have to say, I'm not racist, you f***ed up. And I clearly f***ed up. And that's my intention to express myself in this video. In the compiled clips, Rogan used the N-word more than 20 times, which he says was over a dozen years. A new direction for the city's former mayor, Bill de Blasio, reportedly exploring a run for the House, not the White House. That's over and done with. The district he wants to represent is one with new boundaries. The 11th Congressional District now reaches de Blasio's home in Park Slope, Brooklyn, and includes other liberal neighborhoods that offset the more conservative areas of Staten Island. The district currently repped by Staten Island Republican Nicole Maliotakis. 65-year-old California College Basketball Hall of Famer Gene Ransom was shot and killed while driving on a freeway in the Golden State.
Probably one of the greatest players to ever come out of Berkeley.
Doug Harris is talking about his best friend, Gene Ransom, a star basketball player in the 70s at Berkeley High School and at Cal Berkeley.
He's not only a good friend to me, but he's a good friend to the whole Bay Area.
Friends say Ransom was involved in Athletics United for Peace, a community nonprofit working to combat violence in Berkeley, Oakland, and Richmond.
And the very thing that we work so hard to prevent for our young people, he's been a victim of, and so this is really hard for me.
Correspondent Cornell Barnard with that story from Oakland, California. Ransom was 65. California Highway Patrol did make an arrest, a 25-year-old man. No word on the motive. Winds News Time 849, traffic and transit, and AccuWeather all coming up next.
I'm not saying you have to love football. We all have different likes and dislikes, people. Personally, I'm not a fan of the avocado. I just don't like the mouth. But if you're someone who loves football, I mean, truly loves it well, my sportsbook app might be the greatest thing that has ever happened to you.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 38,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
I am one of thousands of women with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body. I am living in the moment and taking Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Be in your moment. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Attention homeowners. Sloman's is offering Wink listeners a free home security system and professional installation. All you have to do is use their low-cost central station monitoring. Call them now at 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME.
Winds News Time 851, traffic and transit. Here's Jody Vale.
And Brian, let's go over to Long Island's victory. Here's what we see. LIE, Northern State, Southern State, good to go through Nassau and Suffolk County. But we do have a crash in Valley Stream. This is on Merrick Road, eastbound, approaching South Fletcher Avenue. It's a car into a building, so expect some slowdowns. We're seeing the delays from Central Avenue right now. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. In and out at the George, Lincoln, and Holland, expect minor delays. We're seeing some delays right now on the east side of Manhattan. Southbound FDR, it's that road work at 96th Street. And that car fire has been cleared in Staten Island. This is on the Staten Island Expressway westbound at Victory Boulevard. Still a little slow from Broccoli Avenue, but things are clearing up. Traffic sponsored by Rapelson Levine Law Firm. Go to rllawyers.com today. I'm Jody Vale. Our next report at 9:01 on 1010 Wins.
Rapelson and Levine Law Firm, the voice of the New York personal injury community. rllawyers.com.
Rapelson and Levine, the voice of the injured.
Now the AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Here is meteorologist Matt Benz.
And we have some bright sunshine out there this morning, and with a little bit lighter winds compared to yesterday, it doesn't feel as bad out there. And for the rest of today, it's not going to be too bad. We're heading up to 31 degrees here for this afternoon. A couple more clouds for tonight, a low of 28. We are tracking the threat for a bit of rain and snow tomorrow, and there could even be some icy spots tomorrow morning. Something we'll have to keep a close eye on. Temperatures return to the lower 40s by the afternoon. Heading into tomorrow night, some rain showers will linger across much of of the tri-state. Perhaps some snow mixing in north and west of the city. Low of 35. Tuesday, Wednesday, looking dry. Blend of sun and clouds. High temperatures both days up to 44 degrees. Currently, it's 18 degrees in Central Park. We have a northeast wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Repeating, the current temperature is 18, heading up to 31 this afternoon in Midtown. I'm at Matt Benz on New York's weather station. 10 winds.
Thank you, Matt. 19 in Long Beach. It is 18 in West Orange. In Saddlebrook, New Jersey, 16. Winds news time 8:54. 10 Winds celebrates Black History Month. This educator began a mentoring program for young men when he saw the dismal number of African-American boys graduating from middle school.
Horace Moore, the founder and CEO of Jericho, says the mentoring and rite of passage program he started years ago is crucial.
You see in so many young men, 15, 16 shot down in the street. So it's very important for us to be proactive.
Enter one of the most sought-after personal development programs in the city. It takes young men ages 8 to 18 with little or no inspiration and empowers them with valuable lessons and life skills. There's 15-year-old Joseph.
It's definitely been impactful. It definitely shaped me into the person I am today.
Who he is today is a kid who speaks clearly about becoming a hedge fund manager. That's because he's exposed to hedge fund managers and other professionals who look like him.
CB definitely took it to a whole nother level.
And Latoya Cottrell, who has sons in this program, says Jericho is a supplement.
My sons are exposed to males in our families, but this program is very intentional. That is what was missing.
We enhance, not substitute.
For Black History Month, Larry Mullins, 1010 Winds News.
Black History Month on 1010 Winds, proudly sponsored by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places. And for much more on our Black History celebration, visit 1010winds.com/Black History.
Hi again, it's Dr. Dave. With the very contagious Omicron variant, it seems like we all know someone, including people who are vaccinated, who got COVID recently. But that isn't a cause for confusion. If you are vaccinated, you've taken the most important step to protect yourself from severe disease. And you're also protecting our hospitals and health workers. So thank you. Now it's time to stay up to date. Please get your booster shots today, and we'll beat this virus together.
Has this ever happened to you? I bought football tickets for my husband's birthday, and now I'm in a football bubble. All I see online are articles and ads about football. I hate the feeling of being manipulated. I download